Feeling invisible at work? Well, then listen up. You're not stuck in your finance career because you're bad at your job. You're stuck because you're working on the wrong things. Do you want to know what the right things are? All that and more is coming in this video. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Mike. I'm a senior finance leader, and over the last decade, I have worked everywhere from brand new startups all the way to the Fortune 100. And earlier in my career, I got stuck. Because I got stuck, I jumped ship to another company. It was a miserable experience, and I honestly regretted every second of it. And I don't want you to make that mistake. What I want you to do is to succeed where you're at. And at every company, the same things matter for getting your career moving and getting promoted. The challenge is, nobody will tell you that. But I'm going to fix it today, and I'm going to tell you everything you need to do. Make sure to stick around to the end because I'm not only going to give you a framework to get your career back on track and work on the right things. Make sure to stick around to the end because not only am I going to give you the framework that I use to unstick my career and help other people unstick their careers, I'm also going to give you a free tool I developed that's going to help you get noticed no matter what. So with that, let's get started. So now let's talk about the real reason that you're stalled in your finance career. And yes, real is in quotes for a reason. We'll get to that in a second. Stop doing what doesn't move the needle. I would say for the typical analyst, they're spending 70, 80, even 90% of their time on things that don't really move the needle in the right ways. You have to remember, not all tasks are created equal. Yes, there's a lot of work that has to get done, but that doesn't mean it's going to move the needle for your career. Low value work equals low visibility. If people 2 or 3 levels above you don't care about the work you're doing, you're going to have a really hard time moving ahead. What you need to do is shift your focus to impactful, revenue-driving activities, things that truly add value to the company. So how do you do this? Well, today I want to share with you my Real Deal framework. And Real Deal stands for revenue, expense, appearance, and leadership. These are the 4 things that you need to focus on to move your career forward. This works in any company, anywhere in the finance field. This is what matters to truly impact your career. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to go down to the description and click the link to join my weekly newsletter, Finance Automation Insider. You're going to find more tips and frameworks like this to automate your workflow, put your career on autopilot, and help you get where you want to be. So what are the big 3 priorities? Well, we have the R, the E, and the L. The A will come in a little bit later for appearance. Add revenue. Support the growth and profitability of your company in any way you can. Save expense. Cut waste with smarter decisions, whether that's helping the business cut waste or whether that's helping do finance work with fewer resources. And most importantly, make leadership look good. Whether that is your leadership or the business, especially helpful if it's your leadership, deliver reports and insights that actually add value to your leaders and help drive actionable change. This is critical. Actionable change. That's what leadership cares about because they want to look good to their boss. The approach to this is the art of ruthless prioritization. Ruthless. You need to rank tasks by importance and by urgency. You need to delegate or eliminate low-value work. And then set boundaries and block time on your calendar and guard that time with your life to work on strategic priorities. Let me tell you a story about low-value work. There was a time earlier in my career where my team and I were producing, 30 reports every single month for leadership. I had this crazy idea that maybe people weren't reading all of these reports because we got questions on 2 or 3 of them and we never heard about the other ones. So I took 15 of the 30 reports, the ones that I thought no one was really reading, the ones I thought other reports kind of also answered, and we just didn't send them. Kind of sounds crazy, like, well, you just didn't do part of your job, but I just didn't send them, right? Because my job is to improve the company and add value. Of those 15 reports, we only heard about 1 of them. The other 14 reports weren't even being used. The next month, I tried another 10, and only 2 were being used. At the end of the day, after trying this process on the 30 reports, only 5 of them were actually needed, and we were wasting our time on the other 25. And I guarantee you, I am absolutely certain that there is something you are doing that is not being used and is not adding value. And that's where ruthless prioritization comes in. Because if you're working on those low value tasks, you're not setting aside time to work on the things that matter. And putting it on your calendar is critical. People will grab your time. Block this time, this strategy time, like it is a meeting. Treat it like it's a meeting with your boss's boss, and hold that time sacred to work on things that really move the needle forward. Now we're going to get to the A, the appearance part. Visibility is currency in a finance organization. You need to share results that matter to leadership. No one is going to care about things you're doing that only impact your department or your scale. They want things that move the needle. Your boss wants things that will impress his boss. They want things that will impress their boss. You can partner with other teams to show cross-functional value, because if you're only working within your own scope and, if only your boss knows your name, you're not going to get anywhere. You need to be visible. You need to be visible to other leaders in the finance organization. You need to be visible to leaders in the operating organization who might be speaking to your boss or your boss's boss. And on every project, you need to highlight the ROI, and you need to come back and tell people you did it. It's not enough to just do the great work, even if you're following the Real Deal framework. You have to come back and tell them you did it. And you don't need to do this in a humble brag way, but you want to close out projects and say, this project is implemented, we did this, these are the steps we took, and we expect that this added X million in revenue, saved X million in cost, or improved X, Y, or Z process to be more efficient. You have to spell out the value you're adding, because people aren't going to connect the dots. They're busy, they're focused on their own careers. You need to do it for you. And then you need to track it and save it for yourself as notes, which we'll talk about at the end of the video. Have any questions? Go ahead and drop them down in the comments. I read and respond to every single one. I'm more than happy to help you out. There's still going to be some low value work you have to do. We all have it. As my old vice president used to say, it's the ditch digging of finance. Hierarchy changes, data cleaning. There's some of these things that just have to happen that aren't going to add value. So your goal is to get through these tasks as fast as possible. Automate anything manual. There's free tools like Power Query and Power Pivot. I've got some great videos on those. I'll put the link right here. Those videos are going to help you automate your tasks like you wouldn't believe. They're free, they're fast, and they're easy to learn. Use AI to streamline your reporting and your insights. AI is great at doing first pass analysis, and you can come in and just add the value at the end. And most importantly, focus on things that are strategic and drive value. Again, in this context, strategy is adding revenue, lowering expenses, or making your boss look good. Not busy work. Looking busy will not move your career ahead. Looking busy might get you, appreciated in the moment, but looking busy is not going to move your career, because you need people 2 or 3 levels above you to notice you and to care about the work you're doing and to see you adding value. That is all that moves the needle. So get through the busy work, get through these things as fast as possible using some great automation tools that this channel is absolutely full of, because I'm very passionate about automation. And that is how you move your career forward. If you're enjoying this video, I would really appreciate if you go ahead and like, and even better, subscribe to the channel. This helps me out. It helps me know that you're enjoying the content and that I'm on the right track, giving you exactly what you need for your career. So remember the Real Deal framework. R for increasing revenue. E for lowering expense. A for making sure that you appear and are visible to leadership and the people that make decisions. And L, always making your leadership look good. Your boss, your boss's boss, their boss. Make your leaders look good, and your career will soar. If you take away just one thing from this video, make it that you need to make your leadership look good. Everything falls under that. Yes, we want to increase revenue, we want to decrease expenses, but if you're doing those things, you're making your leadership look good. That's what it's all about. It's not about improving your own specific scope or accomplishments that help you, or even sometimes your business partners. It's about making your leadership look good, and that's what you need to be focused on. And now it's time for that special bonus I promised. I'm going to give you a free copy of my accomplishments tracker just for watching this video. When you get the accomplishments tracker, I will also send you my weekly newsletter, Finance Automation Insider, with more incredible hacks just like you're learning in this video. This accomplishment tracker is going to make sure that throughout the year, you're tracking your accomplishments. You can have them ready at a moment's notice to present to your boss, to update your resume, whatever you need to. And this is going to make those career check-ins much more valuable. That's all for today. I'll catch you in the next video. Until then, this is Mike signing off from F9 Finance. Cheers.